Hey everyone and all of my Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts and all of my totally awesome walking dudes and dudettes. It's your girl Claire again, back with another video. Work from home guidance has returned in England while Scotland has toughened self-isolation and Wales is moving to weekly reviews. Some venues and events will be legally required to check the COVID status of visitors over 18 from Wednesday if approved by MPs. Proof of being fully vaccinated, currently 2 doses, proof of a negative test in the last 48 hours or exemption will be needed. People will need to demonstrate the COVID status to get entry to nightclubs, indoor and outdoor unseated venues and any other venue. Face coverings are compulsory in most indoor public venues including theatres and cinemas, as well as on public transport and in places like shops and hairdressing. Masks won't be needed in pubs or restaurants. For venues like Cineworld, it's not practical. People should work from home if they can. Lateral flow tests should be used before people enter a high-risk setting, such as a contact place. On Tuesday, daily lateral flow tests for 7 days was introduced for fully vaccinated people who are contact with all positive COVID cases. Pupils at secondary schools are strongly advised to wear face coverings in communal areas, as should staff and visitors at all schools and childcare settings. 1 metre plus social distancing remains in place, including hospitals and passport control. Anyone with COVID symptoms must self-isolate. Self-isolation for people who test positive without symptoms for unvaccinated people or contact of a COVID case. People should isolate for 10 days, regardless of vaccination status or negative test, if anyone in their household tests positive. If you've been in close contact with someone not in your household, you should isolate and take a PCR test. If it's negative, you can leave isolation. People should think about postponing Christmas parties. 2 metre physical distancing rules remain in healthcare settings such as hospitals, GP surgeries and dentists. Face coverings are still compulsory on public transport and inside places like shops. All school staff and secondary people should have face coverings indoors. Indoor hospitality venues must collect customer contact details, work from home if possible until at least the middle of January. All over 18 is required to say their vaccine status or a negative test. To prove their vaccine status, also a negative test before at nightclubs and other venues. People are urged to take LFTs before mixing with other households. This government has said COVID rules will now be reviewed every week. People are being urged to take lateral flow tests before going out. They are also now being asked to wear masks in pubs or restaurants, not eating and drinking. NHS COVID pass needed for entry to nightclubs, cinemas, theatres and concert halls. Working from home whenever possible. Compulsory face coverings in schools and public transport and shops and in hospitals. A limit of 30 people from different households mixing in homes. Face coverings compulsory in shops, indoor seated venues and physical attractions, public transport and some other settings. Post-primary pupils must wear a face covering inside school buildings as well as on school transport. Staff are encouraged to wear masks in school areas where they can't socially distance. COVID passport schemes for venues including nightclubs, bars and cinemas. Work from home where possible. People in England should start working at home again if they can. The move is part of plans to tackle the spread of the Omicron variant. Governments in Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland has already advised staff to continue working remotely if possible. In England, people should return to working from home if they can from Monday. Boris Johnson said, "Go to work if you must, but work from home if you can." In Scotland, Nicola told employers they should ensure that all staff who had previously worked from home at the start of the pandemic are able to do so again until at least the middle of January. The Northern Ireland minister said that more people working from home would help to reduce the risk of infection both inside and outside the workplace. However, they didn't tell employees to impose home working, but instead asked them to support it where possible. In Wales, employers are encouraged to let people work from home if possible. Guidance says staff should not be required or placed under pressure to return to the workplace unless there's a clear business need to. Although social distancing limits no longer apply across most of the UK, businesses still have a legal duty to manage the risk to staff and customers. Safety measures can include minimising visitors, improving ventilation, using one-way systems and additional cleaning. Face coverings are mandatory for staff and customers in shops and on public transport. Says people should continue travelling to work if they need to access equipment necessary for their role, or where their role must be completed in person. Working from home is one of the most effective ways to reduce social exposure. Much of the risk depends on how crowded it is and the distance from other people. Wearing a mask helps, as does keeping windows open and avoiding peak journey times where possible. Yeah, I hope everyone's having a good week so far. I am. So, I've just been chilling now. Yeah, I've just been chilling, talking to my friends. Well, yeah, like, I was talking to my sis Sanya, and she was like asking me if I was going to the Christmas party at the Finchley Theatre this coming Thursday. I was like, I didn't even know that I was like invited, and I think Jason and Janine were invited as well, but they can't go because they're going on a college trip that I was supposed to go on, but you know, college got left out, so yeah. And Danny as well, I was talking to Danny, so hi. And I was like talking in like a silly voice. I was talking as like Zim, like Invader Zim, that Nickelodeon thing. Because I was like so high on caffeine. So I was like talking as Zim. Like, Heather, it is I glad I love you, Simon. I love you, Simon. I know I've been treating you like crap. But I forgive you. You know that one. I am Zim. Oh, that. Yeah, Zim. I love Zim. Richard is a legend. You know, he voiced him. So yeah. Anyway, and he like did a voice, a high pitched voice, and he ended up sounding like Michael Jackson at the end. I was like expecting him to like Chris, and all that. Jason does a really good Michael Jackson voice, by the way, Danny, just so you know. So yeah, I was like doing like Zim's voice because I can do that, and Pop's voice because you know I can do that. Because you know he voice Pops as well, so you know. So yeah, I was chatting to Danny about stuff. About like New Horizons and how the government's pretty much fudsed in the head. So yeah. Well, thank you all so much for watching. If you like what you see, please feel free to leave a like, comment down below, share this video and subscribe and turn on the notification bell. This has been your girl Claire, saying peace out to all of my Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts, and keep on rocking, you totally awesome, amazing dudes and dudettes. And remember to always be yourself and stay loyal, my pros and proesses, and stay royal, my loyal princes and princesses. Peace out, and good night, and catch you in the next video. Bye!